So what is it about auditions that terrifies us so much? Auditions are just performing, right? We're performing in front of a group of judges or people that are experts in the field, and our job is just to basically go in there and show them what we can do. But auditions, I don't think really are like that. I, for one, really don't like the experience of auditioning. And I love to perform, so where's the balance in that? Personally, I think the biggest problem with being nervous when it comes to auditioning is one of two things. If I'm not prepared, or if I'm unwell. Because then if you really aren't in good voice, then perhaps you really do have to think about, should I do this audition today? That leads on to a lot of other things, because we can psychosomatically talk ourselves into not being in good voice and then cancel things for no reason whatsoever. But let's focus on the preparation side of things. When you prepare for a role, or when you prepare for an audition for a group of panelists that are looking for a certain thing, your only real job is to know that you have done that preparation. And what is that preparation? Well, we can look at things mentally, physically, technically, how well we've studied the roles, how well we know our arias, and also it's how we present ourselves. We have to prepare exactly how we want to come across. So the only thing you can really do wrong when it comes to preparing is not to prepare. All auditions are not created equally. The most important thing is to know what your requirements are for your auditions, whether you're auditioning for an opera house, or whether you're auditioning for a college or a conservatoire course. It's slightly different. So preparation, physical preparation, mental preparation, they're all linked on the day, and you can practice various techniques on how to improve things and learn from your previous auditions what's working or not working for you. But preparation, as in technically, and you're doing your homework on your roles and your characterizations before, way in advance of your actual auditions, this is really something that you can go to town on. You cannot prepare enough. And what audition panels want to see is your input into that characterization. There is no right or wrong way of how you should prepare a role, but moving yourself through all the different variants of your possibilities of expression allows you to come up with, by trying different things out, you can basically decide on what works best for you, and then you can go into an audition with confidence that you've made a choice and that you're not necessarily trying to be what you've heard somebody else do in the past. That's what audition panels want to hear. Individuality, your input into the role. And often we think we can just sort of bluff that. I'll just stand here and sing with my lovely voice and I'll put enough characterization into whatever I'm singing and that will be enough because my technique is wonderful. But we can sort of see through that. Yeah, we're looking for a real insight into what you're trying to say, because that's what singing is, it's communication. So communicate your role and also communicate your personality. Don't go into an audition feeling like I should be doing this and I should be doing that and I have to tell them this and I have to make sure they recognize that in me. Come across exactly as you are. Be as honest and sincere and enthusiastic as you can be, as you want to be on that particular day. And trust your instinct. Be yourself. Mental preparation is really, really important. I did an audition once. I had a day of 3 auditions for opera companies in London. I woke up in the morning and I spoke to my friend who I was staying with, who is a hypnotherapist actually and a singer, and I said, ugh, I'm going to be rubbish today, I've got slime all in my throat, my voice isn't going to work. And I was thinking I was being very funny and making these jokes about how, yeah, it's going to be one of those days where I'm just not going to be able to do it. And he turned around, and he's quite a funny guy, and he basically said, yeah, you will be rubbish, because with that attitude, what you're telling yourself, what your brain is hearing is, it's just not going to work, I'm just not good enough. And it really struck me, because he's a bit of a comedian and normally he has this banter with me and we would have shared in that sort of like, yeah, what's the point kind of thing, but laughing about it. And it really, sort of struck me that what I'm telling myself is really what I'm sort of asking the universe for in a way. And I took heed and I pulled myself together and I cleared my throat had a good breakfast, and I spent the rest of the morning saying, I'm really good at this, I know my arias, I'm prepared, I know what I'm doing, and I actually had 3 really great auditions that day.